Right. Here we are. Back from the trip. It went well. Um, I definitely did not track what I was eating. I definitely went a little off the rails. Not too much. I was still trying to keep myself in check, but I definitely had some fun with the food that I had. I mean, like I said, it's difficult when you're traveling and trying to keep, macros tracked, and then I didn't really have a way to get to the grocery store, and if I did have a way to get to the grocery store, it would have been difficult to try and get time in the kitchen. I had one meal that I was able to prep the way I wanted to, and that was like, it was pretty difficult trying to, have fit that into that. Like somebody, it's just like a whole family routine thing that they've got going on, and then I'm trying to come in and, hey, like I need this and I need that and I need that. It just doesn't work. So I went a little off the rails. I, I had candy, I had cake, I had just a bunch of food that I didn't really track. It wasn't terrible. It was just, I think it had a lot of fatties in it. I definitely had more carbs than protein. I definitely should have had more protein, more meat, but for all intents and purposes, I had more carbs and fats than protein, which I think is fine. I weighed in this morning at 151, which is not terrible. I'm assuming that's just all of my glycogen reserves coming back. I went to the gym for the first time in like 4 days. Felt a little stronger, but again, I think that was just all the carbs that I'm saturated of at the moment, or at least that my body's not used to having. So I was able to restore some of those empty tanks, which I think was good. But I'm definitely trying to get back on it. I had one meal today. It's not a watch. It's 9:56. I had one meal. It was at 12. It was about 400 calories, about 45 grams of protein. Let me see. I'll tell you here. It was. I won't tell you here, but it was about 400 calories. It was from Sweet Green. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this place, but it's supposed to be healthy. They had like a bowl it was like the blackened chicken bowl or whatever. So I just put in like each ingredient individually. So it was one serving of quinoa, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 2 servings of blackened chicken, and 2.5 cups of vegetable slaw. Which, now that I think I don't think it was 2 cups, but I don't know. I don't really weigh in cups, so I wouldn't be able to know. The only reason that I know I put it in here as that is because it says vegetable slaw, and it was the same amount of calories that it said on their website. So on their website it said 60. This had 62 for 2.5 cups. I figured pretty accurate, you know. And then now, last meal of the night. It's 95 grams of rice, 12 ounces of top round steak, and 120 grams of cheese. I was trying to do 130 or 135 grams of cheese, but I didn't have enough. So I had like the rest of the cheese, like the leftover cheese from the other day when I got it. So this is, I mean, I obviously don't have the rice in here yet, but this is what that looks like. 12 ounces of steak, 120 grams of cheese to get those fats in there. And yeah, I mean, right back on where I left off. Just the 1,500 calories. This is 1,527, so it's a little bit over. I'm at 139 grams of protein, 107 grams of carbs, and 55 grams of fat. So I'd rather have more protein than carbs and fat. So I'm trying to see if 100, less than 110 grams of carbs is sufficient for me to like function and not fall apart and break down. And I want to have a few more less, right? Of less grams of fat. I want to eat less fat, just so I can be able to throw those calories at the protein, because I feel like I don't have that many calories to begin with. I want to be able to eat more protein, so just playing with these macros. But I think that this will be good for today. Tomorrow is also going to be terrible because I have another long work day, so it's going to be probably another 10 hours of trying to figure out what to eat, when to eat. So in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this meal. I wish I would have had split this to earlier, but just the way that my whole schedule worked out, didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm stuck with eating this at 10 o'clock, which is not terrible. Could be worse. Gives me some time to digest, go to bed, finish watching Invincible. I'm on the last episode. That thing, man. No spoilers, but if you guys are watching it, get ready. It's fucking incredible. I was watching it at the gym. I was on the treadmill, and it's like the last episode, and all this stuff is happening, and all this blood and stuff. I'm just like sitting there, like, is anybody seeing this? Like, I literally had my mouth like just jaw drop, like just crazy the whole time because it was such an intense episode. Not finished. I'm about halfway through, so. But yeah, I think we're good. I was hoping this rice would dry up a little bit. I didn't know if I had put enough water in this, but I think we're good. This is the 95 grams. I was gonna do 115 grams of rice, but I didn't want to do that many carbs. So I want to see if I can function with less than 112 grams of carbs. Not much. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 grams less, but giving it a whirl, giving it a try. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this weekend was crazy with food, and I feel like a lot of people would probably give up and be like, oh no, like I messed it all up, like I can't get back, this and that. But I think a little fun weekend was fine. And then I'm pretty good about my diet when I'm just at home. So I don't have any candy. I don't have any, extra yummy stuff laying around that is going to make me want to, break that diet and go overboard on calories. So I'm just, I've never done this. So I'm hoping that it works out. I think it'll be fine. But we won't, only time will tell at this point, Can't really go back. Just got to stay consistent. I mean, I've been consistent for about 9 months. I've lost about 40-ish pounds, while also trying to figure out, carbs, fats, protein, how many calories I should be doing. I know there's like the calculators online, but I just wanted to try it different. And what better way than to actually put it to use to start doing it. So I'll let you guys know how tomorrow goes. Hopefully we can stay on track. But if not, you'll know.